All right, so I'm at a show last weekend, and I'm playing. It's got the stuff behind me, and one of the guys that I sat in with, I haven't seen this guy in over 4 years, let alone played with him. Last time I saw him, he was in a band called the Trump Train Band, like straight up, And he's a fun guy. He's a maniac. Like, I mean, he's not. I don't think he does drugs, but man, he's one of those guys that seems like he's on coke all the time, right?
Mhm.
So, but this makes for a great show, whatever. But last time I saw him, he was literally playing shows out front of Trump stores in the area. He was leading a group, a Bucks County GOP, right for Bucks type of thing, and stuff like that, whatever. So I haven't seen him in 4 or 5 years. I'm like, hey, have we got done the gig? I'm like, hey man, how's the Trump Train Band going? He's like, fuck Trump, fucking sold us out to the fucking Jews, man. I'm like, ah. Another guy blackpilled. This guy was gung ho behind Trump all the way. And I swear to God, I called you up right the day after and told you about this. I mean, I don't understand the mentality of this kind of turnaround and why everything has to be the Jews. I mean, that's a really broad scope thing to say. The Jews. I understand we got Candace Owen pump it out like, oh, the Jews are bad. I think we have Tucker. I haven't seen Tucker Carlson do anything in forever, but as far as I know, he's crazy. Oh, the Jews did this and it's all the Jews' fault and all the Jews. You got any explanation as to why somebody would do a 180 and get that blackpilled? I find it disheartening.
Let's take a step back for a sec, because I think something that we should do before we talk about people becoming black-pilled is distinguish the difference between what a red pill, a blue pill, and a black pill is.
Okay.
Because I think that's important. So I'll start with a blue pill. I'll say a blue pill is somebody that wakes up every day and they just it's like Judd Nelson in Breakfast Club. Hey mom, hey dad, boy, everything's great. Let's turn on Morning America and listen to all of the truth. Yeah, yeah. What they just they've always watched the news. They believe the news. They believe everything the news says. They understand face value.
Mm.
Or they don't understand things that are just at face value. They take them at face value, and that's what a blue pilled person is. So
Yeah, like
a
in the
blue pilled
Matrix, you
person
take the
is
blue pills, you wake up and you go to your job and everything's the way it was the day before.
Yep. So red pill. Tell me what a red pill is.
Red pill is when you decide to stay in Wonderland and find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, just to quote the Matrix. Yeah, so red pill is you are woken up, you will realize that you're the former governmental structure that we have, well, the current governmental structure, but like the former administrations for however many years you'd like to research that back to have not been working for you. They've been working against you, led by the central bank, City of London, blah, 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 and so on and so forth, just to get extra deep with it. But basically,
yeah, that's awful specific.
yeah, sorry.
Like, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you are woken up from the illusion that our governmental system is working for us rather than against us.
Right.
Or the other way around. Yeah.
And then you go to black pilled, which is what we're talking about today, the black pilled. And the black pilled people are the people that are like, oh man, it's all a waste of time. Nothing, it's not going to make a difference no matter what I do. It's not going to make a difference. So I might as well check out and do nothing.
Yeah.
Just mind my own business, man. It's never going to make a difference. Just roll with the punches and just.
Yeah. And I don't understand. So you're talking people that were red pilled and went black pilled. These are the people I'm specifically having a problem with. How do you get behind? You see that there's a problem. You see that someone like Trump, in my opinion, that's the one who's doing this. Trump's coming in to end this, or to fight it. At least there's somebody that's openly fighting it. Trust or no trust, we can ignore the word trust, whatever. He's clearly fighting against the system you've been bitching about for 2 decades, right? So when then he comes in, he's still made more progress than any president previously or any political entity has previously to chisel away at this system. But since it's not just enough and we're not perp walking Barack Obama down the middle of Pennsylvania Avenue, like, man, Trump is bullshit. Fuck this, man. I'm not voting anymore. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
It's a tactic. It's a strategy, and the thing is that black-pilled people are people that are typically converted. And before they were converted, they could have been people of action.
Hmm.
And if you get those people of action to sit on the sidelines, then they're not going to vote.
Right.
They're not going to get involved. They're not going to call their congressman. They're out of the way. It's just less people that we have to deal with, just
Yeah.
less people that we have to deal with.
Null
So
units.
there's a whole operation out there specifically designed to blackpill people. And that's why you have the Tucker Carlsons and the Candace Owens and the Sean Ryans, people like that are out there that are clearly Megyn Kelly, people like that are out there
I don't get them
who
either. I really don't. I
oh,
mean, like, really, just a pile of money can turn them around so easily for their morals when they got when they got famous by having morals. You know what I mean?
Or, or like if you use Tucker Carlson, for example,
Great example.
while Tucker Carlson is being photographed entering into the UFC with Dana White and Donald Trump in 2024 before the election, it's like, man, Tucker is one of Trump's guys. But in the background, there's some nefarious people that are going, oh, look at that, our guy Tucker is with Trump, and Tucker's walking with Trump like, man, this mission is going the way because he was sent to gain the trust of the people the whole time. It's not that he flipped. Right? Where did Tucker get it? I mean, he didn't get his start, but the first time Tucker came mainstream was on when?
CNN.
MSNBC.
Oh, was that? That was
MSNBC.
okay. Well, one of those two.
MSNBC. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and his dad is CIA, and there's that whole legacy thing we've
Mhm.
talked about. So these guys are gladio. They're stay behind. They're put in specifically to flip and cause trouble after gaining the trust of people.
So you're saying that's been saying we're using Tucker as an example, but we use Tucker as the global view. So you're saying he's never been in place other than to disrupt. So you go on MSNBC, whatever, and he realizes he can have a job at Fox. Now he starts bashing the establishment from Fox. Fox gets rid of him. Now he's a rebel, has his own show, and he helps out, is behind Donald Trump and then changes. And now he's just anti-Jew.
So now here's the thing: is that I'm not saying that this is definitely it for sure.
Right,
But
this
what
is
I'm
an
saying
opinion
is, it
show,
sure
man.
looks like this. It sure looks like that. It sure looks like
He's
he was
always
a
been an
stay
op.
behind guy. You can't convert people. You can't. It's real hard to change people. It's
Mm,
real hard to change. Excuse me. We're all the same people fundamentally on the inside, and this is a morality thing. Tucker's flipping his morality. That's a hard thing to do in your mid 50s. In your mid 50s, you're going to
yeah.
change that late in life? No, you're not.
Mm.
No, you're not. And when you have a history, when you look into these people, like I'll tell you, Scott Pressler's doing a really good job at convincing me. He's doing a really good job at convincing me. However, a text message that I sent up the chain today, I'll tell you what I said. I went, so is Pressler a good guy now? It seems like he's doing a lot of good on the path of his nefarious long plan. That's what I
Mm,
said. And the response back was, good things done to mask worse impact. And you hear about that
mm.
all the time. You hear about that all the time. You see people like Sean Ryan. You see people like Megyn Kelly was an anti-Trump person who all of a sudden became a pro-Trump person. Really? She flipped?
Yeah.
And then she flipped back and we're surprised.
Well, that's why I don't bring Megyn Kelly up in this conversation. Honestly, it's the people that listen to these people that disappoint me, like the Trump train guy. He's so gung ho because he thinks he sees what's going on, and the guy's coming in to help. He's coming in to talk about Trump. He's coming in to stop everything, and then all of a sudden, the people that you're listening to are telling you don't trust him because he's owned by the Jews, and you just go along with that. You don't say like, wait a sec, this doesn't track with anything that I've heard before or thought. Why would I think that now? Just I don't
Well,
understand. It's almost like your thought process is too pliable.
I tell you what, that's something that caught me by surprise, and maybe my eyes are maybe a little more open to the Jewish plight, just because I grew up around it, and I grew up around, like, I can remember feeling an angst towards the Jews
Mm.
when I was in kindergarten, and I discovered that there were kids in my class that didn't celebrate Christmas. This was inconceivable to me, and I never understood that before. And it bothered. What do you mean these kids don't celebrate Christmas? And then they became so, and then they became some of my best friends. And 40 some years later, I end up doing a podcast with one of their husbands. But the point is that understanding this Jew.
Yeah,
Understand?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
Jews, man. The Jews brought
yeah.
us together.
Yeah. So, but the point is that the plight of the Jews, the anti-Semitism has never been this rampant, and I think that's part of that driving the division. The Jews is the Jews. That sure is a lot of. I mean, I just went golfing with some Jewish people recently. Are they part of the problem? I mean, I don't know. They were. I mean, the radio might have been a little loud on the golf course, but I mean, that's not why.
Yeah,
You know,
you're going too far into it. I mean, like as far as when it comes to this like Jewish hatred, that's a whole different topic. I've never understood why everyone just hates the Jews or people hate the Jew. Why anybody would hate a Jew just for being a Jew? It doesn't make any. It's never made any sense to me my entire life.
see, so here's the thing is that I'm not going to try and understand why somebody's going to hate a certain religion or a certain creed or color versus
Mm,
another. What I'm saying is the allowance of it, the mainstream allowance of it. Like just
mm.
all of a sudden now it's just like, oh yeah, the Jews are bad, and it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like it's like a okay thing.
that's
The
social
people
disruption. Yeah, that's just social. That's organized social disruption.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Mm,
what I'm saying is you start talking about the Jews and it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about the race thing. I don't want to talk. I'm not talking about the Jews. I'm talking about the people that have created this,
mm.
the Jews. And then the argument is well, there's Israel and Israel. Yeah, Israel bad. Israel bad. But when I talk about how much I don't like France, I'm not talking about the people that I met when I was in France. I'm talking about Macron and all of his Macronies. I love England.
Did you
Yeah.
coin that yourself, Macronies?
Yeah, it's just
I've
quick.
never heard that yet.
I just, whatever, But I
Fucking
would have forgotten I
Macronies.
said that. I would have forgotten I said that because I was on to England. Andy Burnham now, Keir Starmer. I don't like those guys.
Hmm.
Although some people are saying Burnham is the sleeper agent for Trump. We'll see about that because he stepped in and started doing things a little different. But point
Mm.
is that I
Oh,
don't
that's the
like
new
those
PM.
guys.
That's the new, I don't
Yeah,
even. Yeah, okay.
yeah. But I don't like those guys. But it doesn't change the fact that. I love all my friends in Devon in England. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's so when you say the Jews, I'm not talking about, I walk past the synagogue like, synagogue, you and your kosher. No, you're talking about the
See, the
Israeli
worst you can come up with
government.
is kosher. They're nice people.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You and your kosher food. You and you in a circle. All this is going to get edited out. But anyway.
No. I'm leaving it all over your exact length for a good. In fact, that's it.